A very good evening, Zimbabwe. You are listening to Studio 7 from the Voice of America in Washington. I am Gibbs in Maryland, and this is Live Talk.
And I'm Marvelous Mhlanganya. We are broadcasting from my home in Washington, D.C. because of COVID-19 or the coronavirus pandemic, which is currently ravaging the whole world, including Zimbabwe, where the Ministry of Health's current figures say that there are 7,526 people that have tested COVID-19 positive and 224 deaths. And we also note that there is a bit of good news coming in, saying that there are 5,678 people that have tested COVID-19 positive, but have fought off the disease. So that currently stands at 5,678 people in Zimbabwe. But we continue to look at the situation in Zimbabwe and worldwide as many places open up. We see that in many countries they are stepping up efforts to open up some of the places that had been closed due to COVID-19 lockdowns or coronavirus lockdowns. We know in Zimbabwe they are currently also slowly opening up the economy, and worldwide, when we look at the global figures, they currently stand at 28 million people that have contracted COVID-19 with 922,000 deaths. That's the global figure gives.
Yes, according to the Ministry of Health, there are 224 deaths in Zimbabwe so far. This is since March, when COVID-19 was declared a pandemic worldwide. So when we look at issues concerning USA, it seems as if it has got one of the highest numbers of COVID-19 infections in the world. So far, so good. There are about 6,520,733 people that have contracted COVID-19. Out of this number, there are 194,087 that have actually died in USA alone. And worldwide, we see that according to Johns Hopkins University, there are 924,831 deaths. So Zulukandaba, umkhuhlane we-COVID-19 wamemetheka okunye okumangalisayo emhlabeni wonke jikelele. Kunabantu abasebebhubhile kwele Zimbabwe, nxa sikhuluma khona manje kule-224 asebebhubhile. Kuzobuya-ke emhlabeni wonke jikelele, i-Johns Hopkins University ithi sokulabantu 924,831 asebebulawe umkhuhlane lo. Bosithi eMelika sokulabantu 194,087 asebebhubhile. So I think the situation is very clear that this disease is ravaging the world. So now turning into another issue, we know that there's a farmer in Rua who was actually evicted by a government official by the name IV Kupindi. So this lady says she got some court order for her to evict Martin Kropler at Protea Valley Farm. And this is a farm where the Kropler family has been occupying for a couple of years now. So now, according to state officials and according to the new owner, she has got the right to own the land. So we are happy that our correspondent, Thomas Chiripasi, went to the farm and interviewed.
It's very sad because we had a lot of faith in the new administration, but it seems like the land acquisition is still continuing. I don't see any future unless there's security of farmers on their land. Well, I have to find somewhere for them to go. I will try and go on the farmers group chats and find out where I can get grazing, or otherwise if I don't get grazing, I'll have to sell them all. It's not a good time to sell cattle because they're in their poorest condition. We've just come through the winter. So I'd rather keep them until we sell them in April when they're in prime condition. Hopefully some fellow farmers will give me some land to graze them on. They basically came here between 12 and 1 and said they've gotten an eviction order from the court to have us evicted.
So they came with 2 lorries, a vehicle, and a whole lot of police, and they were all here, and they said, you've got 30 minutes to make any contact you want. After 30 minutes, we're just moving in. So that's actually what they did. They got the bolt cutters, and they unlocked, because normally between 12 and 2 we lock up, we have a quiet time, and they got the bolt cutters cut and they started moving everything. So, and they said by today, they said we out today. I spoke to Mrs. Ivy Ripandi and I said, please, I said, give us 2 days to at least pack nicely. I said, we'll be out by Monday, just give us some time. And she refused point blank. She said, you out today? She said she's not going until we're out.
Mrs. Ripandi is the complainant. She claims she had an offer letter. We also had an offer letter which was removed from the database. We were on schedule 55 or 56, one of the two, and we couldn't pay for the offer letter, so we were removed from the database.
Yeah,
So it basically started with her having an offer letter in 2007. We appealed through court procedures, and then the governor at that time gave us, put us on a schedule for an offer letter. My lawyer has got that schedule, the original copy stamped by the Ministry of Lands, and then I was told to come in and get my offer letter from the then Ministry of Lands, the minister that was in charge at that time, that was in office, I mean. And when we got there, we couldn't pay for the offer letter. So during the course of time, we got removed from the database, and hence the result of this situation. So Mrs. Ripandi's offer letter is now official because we couldn't pay for ours. From what we understand, you don't pay for offer letters. The minister at that time had the offer letter on his desk. We've stayed here in good faith, believing that we are able to stay. We were, at the time when the new administration came into power, we were all called into Marandera and told that we will not be disrupted.
But right now we're actually shocked because we didn't expect this at all. I mean, this has been taken by surprise.
Totally by surprise.
Yes, and especially with Zimbabwe trying to fix everything, but yeah. I mean, we just heard a vehicle. I said to my husband, there's a vehicle at the gate. And he came out and he took some time, and I thought, well, I wonder where he is. And when I came and looked, I was shocked what I saw. And I knew straight away what was happening because there was just so many people, lorries and that. And I thought, okay. But least expected this time.
So this is exactly what they're saying about the farm. You know, it seems as if, he says he had an offer letter, and these offer letters have been given to various people, and surprisingly, he claims that he was asked to pay for the offer letter, and yet you don't pay for those offer letters according to the Ministry of Agriculture. So it seems as if there's that kind of issue that is going around that. Marvelous.
Kunavo vachangobva kupinda muchirongwa, aiwa tinokutambirai nemufaro pano pachirongwa chedu paLiveTalk icho nhasi tiri kukupai tiri kumba pamusoro pedambudziko rechirwere cheCovid-19 kana kuti coronavirus chatekeshera pasi rose uyezve munyika pari zvino chiri kuwanikwa icho chichibata vakawanda, asi pane nhaurwawo dziri kubva kubazi rezveutano dzinotaurawo zvakare kuti pane vamwe vari kubatwa nechirwere ichi vachikwanisawo kuchirwisa panguva ino. Saka tichange tiri kutarisa nyaya iyoyo yechirwere cheCovid-19. Titarisa zvakare zviri kuitika munyika pari zvino panyaya yezvematongerwo enyika, nyanya panyaya yevhu. Pari zvino bazi rezveutano munyika vari kuti ivo pane vanhu vabatwa nedambudziko iroro reCovid-19 vakati wandei vari kusvika ivo pa7,526 pari zvino, uyezve paine vanhu vawanikwa ivo vashaya kubva kudambudziko iri vari 224 munyika yeZimbabwe. Pane nhaurwa zvakare dziri kubuda dzakanaka dzekuti pane vamwe vakabatwa neCovid-19 vakakwanisa kukunda denda iri, avo vasvika ivo pa5,678 pari zvino. Uyezve tichange tiri kutarisa isu kuti pasi rose zvakamira sei pamusoro pedenda irori reCovid-19, tichiona kuti imo muno muAmerica matiri ndimo muri kunzi epicenter yechirwere cheCovid-19 mune vanhu 6.5 million vabatwa neCovid-19, 194,000 vakawanikwa vachishaya. Asi pasi rose zvinoreva kuti zvinosanganisirawo Zimbabwe zvakare pane vanhu 28 million vabatwa nedenda iri reCovid-19, 922,000 vakawanikwa ivo vachishaya kubva kudenda iri. Muno muWashington DC mandiri kutepfenyura ndiri mune vanhu 14,592 vabatwa nedenda iri. Pachiwanikwa ipo pane 616 vanhu vashaya. Asi tichange zvakare tiri kutarisa nyaya yevhu. Tinoona kuti paweekend ipo panapa takaona isu paine mumwe murume wechirungu vaGrobler vakawanikwa ivo vachinzi vabve panzvimbo yavanga vari kugara patingati pai pamusha pavo, vachinzi ivo panga paine mumwe mudzimai akange aenda kudare akapuwa court order yekuti abvise vaGrobler kubva kunzvimbo iyi tine kuruwa uko vakange vari kurima fodya uyezve vaine mombe nezvimwewo. Saka ndo zvimwe zvatichange tiri kutarisa ipo pano kuti zvinorevei panguva iyo hurumende yanga iri kutaura iyo kuti ichange iri kupa vachena vakatorerwa minda nechisimba mari. Saka tichange tine vanyarikani vanobva kunzvimbo dzakasiyana siyana vanomirira mapato akasiyana siyana vachitaura nesu pamusoro penyaya iyoyi yekuti zvii chaizvo zviri kuitika pari zvino. Takanyanyotarisa nyaya iyoyi yevhu, tinoona kuti tambenge tiri kukuratidzai vhidhiyo yanga ina vaGrobler vachitaura ivo zvakaitika papurazi ravo, vachitsanangura ivo kuti vakawanikwa ivo vachibhadhara mari yekuti vakwanise kunge vachipiwa tsamba yavari kuti offer letter inotaridza ivo kuti ivo ndo vanofanira kunge vari papurazi iri. Asi takaona mumwe mudzimaiwo achiuya nemapurisa nevamwe sheriff weHigh Court vachiti vaGrobler vabuditse zvinhu zvavo papurazi iri. Saka tange tiri kukurukura tichionesana kuti zvakamira sei. Gibbs.
Kunjalo ke khonapho eZimbabwe siyabona ukuthi ke kulomlungu umlungu Martin Grobler osexotshwe eplazini eRuwa khona ngale kuthiwa iProtea Valley Farm. Kulomama ke unkosikazi Ivy Rupindi uthi la wanikwa i-offer letter ukuthi aze ngene eplazini leli. La umnumzana ke uGrobler uthi la wanikwa i-offer letter, kodwa ke ukhuluma esithi ukhaya ngazani kwakumele abhadale i-offer letter leyi nge$100,000. So uthi kasafunanga ukuthi ayibhadale leyo mali, kodwa ke nxa sikhuluma labantu abakuhlanganisa lwezokulima bathi ama-offer letters kabhadalelwa, kungabe ngumuntu wayezama ukwenza ukuganga. So nxa sikhangela njalo siyabona ukuthi khona ngale umnumzana uGrobler ulenkomo ezifika 250. So kakwazi ukuthi inkomo lezi uzazisa ngaphi, zinkomo zemakhaya ayizithenga ezifuya khonapho. So ke uthi usadinga abantu abangamgcinela inkomo zakhe. So sibone ke lo nkosikazi yakhe ingani ihlulukelo sibili ngakhonokho okwenzakalayo. Sathi sisuka kulolu daba singene futhi kudaba lwamakhansila eHarare. Sizokuthiwa ke kulamakhansillers angu-11 asexotshisiwe i-MDC Alliance. Kukhanya ngazani sibili sokulokugedla kwamazinyo. Sokukhanya ngani ke lokho kwakhethwa umeya ngeviki ephelileyo. Kukhanye ibandla le-MDC-T kalizange lokuthakazelele lokho lithi kukhanya kulabantu abadelelayo abalokho besekela i-MDC le eka-Chamisa. So ngakho ke sokumele batshaye phansi. So kukhanya ngazani lokuxokozela silokunye okumangalisayo. Sikhuluma nje kunje kulabanye abacabangela ukuthi kuyacina kungena lokho kuthiwa yi-commission. Commission ingangena phela kuyaba lokugedla kwamazinyo. Commission yabe ingasiyo bantu abakhethwe ngubani, kodwa bakhethwe ngubani? Nguhulumende. So khonokho ke kukhanya ngani kuyahlupha okunye okumangalisayo. So ke asingeneni kuhlelo khona manje progress yephambili sibona ongakwenza silokho simelele abanye esibacelile ukuthi babuye khonapha uhlelo sibenze ukuthi bathini ngakhonokho kwenzakala namhlanje. Marvelous kunjalo.
Aiwa, tichange zvakare tiri kutarisa ipo pano zviri kuitika kukanzuru yeHarare uko tanzwa nhasi MDC-T inotungamirwa naMuzvare Thokozani Kupe vachiti vambomisa basa makanzura anosvika iwo 11. Izvi zvinotevera kusarudzwa kwakaitwa meya mutsva weHarare svondo irori rapfuura. Saka tichange tiri kukurukura izvozvi kuti zvinorevei zviri kuitika izvi panyaya yezvematongerwo enyika. Saka zvizhinji nhasi tine gango tichange tiri kutarisa nyaya yevhu, tichitarisa isu kudzingwa kwakaitwa vaGrobler papurazi ravo kuti kunorevei, uyezve tichitarisa nyaya iyoyi iri kuitika muHarare, mukanzuru yeHarare kuti zviri kufamba sei. tinoona vaJacob Mafume vanova ivo meya mutsva wenzvimbo iyoyi yeHarare Council. Taona zvakare vachidoma ivo vari kuti acting town council irimo muHarare zvakare. Saka zvizhinji zvachange tiri kutarisa kuti zviri kufamba sei panyaya yezviri kuitika mukanzuru yeHarare. Takanyanyotarisa nyaya yekudzingwa kwevanonzi ivo makanzura vanonzi ivo vanga vari vanokwana ivo 11 vanzi vamiswe basa pari zvino neMDCT yaMuzvare Thokozani Kupe. Saka ndo zvimwe zvachange tiri kukurukura ipo pano Gibbs.
Yes, zamuthi siboneleke ubaba uDokotela Nkululeko Sibanda onguye isikhulumeli sikamongameli we-MDC Alliance ukuthi angene khonapha ke kuhlelo sizwe ukuthi uthini ngodaba lolu. Besimcele sibili ukuthi abuye khonapha enkundleni kodwa kukhanya ngazani kakalungele ukuthi angene. Sizwe ukuthi ungena sikhathi bani kodwa siyabona sibili ukuthi kuyahlupha sibili kakhulu lokho. Kunabantu abangani bathi kwabamangalisa okwenzakala kule Zimbabwe. Kuzobuya njalo ubaba uSikhumbuzo Mlalazi la becela ukuthi simngenise kuhlelo ukuthi sizwe ukuthi engabe ikhatshana kanganani ubaba uMlalazi ukuze ukuthi sizwe sibili ukuthi kambe kuhamba njani elizweni leZimbabwe. Baba uMlalazi siyakwamukela kuhlelo baba. Siyakwamukela kuhlelo baba. Kunjani mfowethu? Siyakucela usondele kumic. Usondele sibili kakhulu sikuzwe mfowethu.
Sengiseduzane
hayi kuhle kakhulu ukuthi suseduzane ubambe khonapho. So ke ngamafutshane wena ubona ngani kuhamba njani nxa sikhangela khonokho okwenziwe ngamakhansila okwenziwe kumakhansila eHarare. Kambe kuhamba njani ngombono wakho?
Angibingelele baba Dube nje nabantu bonke emhlabeni ngithi sikhala nje na COVID is causing havoc. I mean panic havoc nje ebantwini. Ama-councillors, I'm not a politician, but ama-councillors la eHarare, into enhle phela ngithi makunento idefendayo baba Mthembu defend into yaziyo ukuthi iwenzele
kakhulu.
Manje amabandla mathathu lapha kune-ZANU-PF ne-MDC kababa Chamisa ne-MDC kamama Makupi. Manje labo ema-MDC amabili they are washing their linen in the public. Ukanya ngani ibandla leli kufa kukamongameli walo uTsvangirai, they started to build their foundation on the river Seine. Build yawo angwazi build so manje sebekhomba bona imini labakhomba khona kodwa mina ngibona ngani njengomuntu obuya la kuya kuMama Makupe, I will speak in defense jealously ukuthi umuntu ongubaba ngomzwe Thotoza umuntu ongumama ngesintu nje cultural thina abantu abamnyama akumelanga kube kanjalo. Ngabahlala naye phansi ngabona ibandla lithola into enjalo ukuthi bakwanise ukukhombisa umuntu ongumama ukuthi bona bengaphilesana nabo ukuthi ngeke libe ibandla esingathemba kulo. iZANU-PF nayo konke khona okwenzakalayo what a witness. Ngeke ukuthi ungubaba ube nezwe ugcina kuze kubera umakhelwane bezozama ukuthi bakulungisele inkinga zakho emndenini wakho ukuchaza khona ukuthi izwe lakithi we still got a long way to go baba Mthembu. Isami isikhalazo ukuthi mina iyakhuluma ebantwini abancane asikhohlweni bantu bakithi ukuthemba kulezi nkokhelo ezikhona. Let's just believe ukuthi kuzoba nomunye umuntu emhlabeni noma kubafundisi noma kuyiphi ongaba inkokhelo engafana noMandela ongayinayitha abantu beZimbabwe ngoba konke okwenzakalayo manje eHarare kuhlukanisa abantu. Kodwa ke sikhali nabo lawo ma-councillors aphumayo ngoba khona le Harare abantu uzokuthola kuthengiswa izitendi amakhansela abanikana bayaholisana ama-stand. Abantu behlupheka abantu uthola ukuthi umuntu e-civil servant they cannot afford even to buy ama-stand athengiswa ama-US dollars. They are so corrupt.
So can you briefly put it in English? Just briefly, so singena kuba mabazi.
Yes. My own, I'm not an expert in all these things politically, but then my understanding in Zimbabwe, people are concentrating on who's going to rule me. And those rulers, they only see their followers as something that they can use at any time they will. I mean, they wish to. So I think my point, I'll have to direct my point to young people of Zimbabwe to say, let's concentrate and believe that we only have Zimbabwe that we call home. Let's not have our hope in these politicians. They are not going to take us anywhere, but God is there. One day Zimbabwe is going to come back and we have a man that will be provided to us by God, that will respect the land and respect the people of Zimbabwe.
Yes, Mr. Mabaza,
Yes, sir.
how are you doing, sir?
No, I'm fine. Thank you and welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. And we see that there is a man who has been evicted in, he's a white commercial farmer. He has been evicted from Protea Valley Farm. And circumstances are that the new occupant was given an offer letter, and the white commercial farmer, Mr. Martin Kropler, was also given an offer letter. And under certain circumstances, he was asked actually to pay $100,000 bribe or something, to actually get the land. So he said no, he couldn't pay that. So these are allegations against some state officials. But then the person who has occupied the farm now is an official of the Ministry of Agriculture, and that white commercial farmer is actually stranded. At a time when we know that government actually promised that it will look for $3.5 billion to actually compensate, farmers that were evicted from 2000. What's your take on all this? Just briefly.
Briefly, you should understand that the government made a deal to compensate farmers who have been evicted, which puts Mr. Grobler in the list of evicted farmers, as he has now been evicted. But his eviction is a product of a court order. It is not an eviction where people just come in to grab the land, like the land grab, which was there in 2002. There was a wrangle over that land. The official was given the land. She had the offer letter. Mr. Grobler refused to leave. And then Mr. Grobler claimed that he had his own letter. So they went to court, where Mr. Grobler was found that his letter was not valid, and therefore he was given time to leave. And he did not leave. He did not evacuate himself, so he had to be evacuated. So the official went to the farm with a letter, with a court order, with the messenger of court, whom we call bailiff, and with the police. It was not a haphazard land grab. It was a legal argument between two parties. Now the question is, was it a good timing to do this now, or was it out of malice by this official? I would say briefly, yes, I think the official would have waited until harvest. But Mr. Grobler knew very well that this case is in court, that he lost the case, and he continued developing this land, probably to maximize whatever compensation comes to him. So he did not approach this deal with clean hands. He's now crying victim when he actually brought this upon himself, because he would have left when he was asked to leave by the court before. The court order was not only on that day. The court order was 8 months, 9 months in abeyance, waiting, and he did not leave until the bailiff or the messenger of court had to come with a court order and the official. But however, the most surprising thing is you will notice, Gibbs, that we are having a lot of complaints from the opposition saying, why are you removing this white farmer? He is doing the best on the farm. But only yesterday, the same opposition was crying, why are you compensating the white farmers? Why are you giving back the land? You see, it's difficult to please people. But in this case, this has nothing to do with land grab. This is a dispute between two parties, which went to court and were to follow the due process.
Thank you. Now we're joined by Dr. Nkululeko Spanda. Dr. Spanda, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. So now looking at this issue concerning the white commercial farmer, Mr. Martin Kropler, what's your take on what is going on? Taking into account that the government promised to raise money, up to about $3.5 billion to compensate farmers who lost their land.
Well, Gibbs, I think what is very important and what should be the takeaway from this is that it is very clear that this government is just one confused, organization. They have no coherent policy. They cannot run a country, and the economy cannot rely or depend on such a government whose policy is not clear. Yes, just a few days ago we were talking about something different, and now we're talking about something totally different, and it's not clear what they want. This is the bond versus US dollar confusion again. This is how not to run a country and how not to run an economy. I think that's the biggest takeaway. It's not just what they're doing to this white armor, it is really what they're doing to the whole economy.
Yeah, tolufaka ngesindebele khonokho singakabuyeli kumabaza singakai njalo lokuba umlalazi faka ngesindebele ba.
Mbone ngani mina udubo olukhulu kakhulu kulokho esikubona kusenziwa nguhulumende wodlakela okamnumzana uMnangagwa ukuthi kuwenza abantu abanengi babe lokwesaba ukusebenzelana kumbe ukwenza amabhizimusi kule Zimbabwe ngoba kungakhanyi ukuthi uhulumende usebenza kanjani njalo imithetho yakhe injani kawuqondakali baphonga ukuxhamanda nje lapha lalapha kade bekukhuluma izolo laba kwenza namhla kuchiyene abakwenza namhla labazabe bekwenza kuzabe kuchiyene ngakho akulamuntu okwazi ukuthi singenza njani. Okubuhlungu engikubonayo okufanele kunanzelwe nguzulukazi weZimbabwe ukuthi izenzo zikaMnumzana uMnangagwa lo hulumende wakhe zibulala imnotho yelizwe njalo zibulala ingqubekela phambili kazulukazi. Wonke umuntu weZimbabwe ufuna ukuqhubekela phambili, ngeke aqhubekele phambili kwalokho uMnumzana uMnangagwa elokhu engumkhokheli welizwe wodlala.
Yeah, so now Marvelous, I think we are joined by Mr. Dan Moyo of the MDCT. You can go ahead.
Ndombodzokera, I think ndombodzokera kuna vamavaza asi anyway since tina Mr. Dan Moyo tiri kuona bato renyu reMDCT ramisa iro makanzura muHarare City Council umo zviri kufamba sei? Munganyatsotisanangura kuti zviri kufamba sei panyaya yekudzingwa kuri kuitwa makanzura aya, uyezve munoona sei nyaya iri kuitika patiri kuona kuti pane watingati murimi wechichena awanikwa iye achibviswa papurazi pake kuruwa uko kwaanga ari kuwanikwa iye achirima. Munoona sei izvozvi imi seMDCT?
Baba Moyo,
yeah, good evening Zimbabwe and good evening Gibbs and Marvelous. Yeah, the issue of councillors really is something that we have said from the onset, that we're going to abide by our constitution as MDCT, which requires that each member representing the party cannot cross the floor to another party, and if that happens, they will have to be recalled. And we're just simply following what our constitution stipulates with regards to such issues. And we are going to continue recalling as long as we have people that refuse to abide by that constitution. We are where we are as a result of violations of our constitution from the time leader Morgan Tsvangirai died. We saw how the party was violently taken over by rogue elements who are now calling themselves the leadership of the party. Ultra-vs to our constitution. So what we're doing is we're fixing our house, and we will continue to fix it so that we can face the challenges of fighting for a better Zimbabwe without the unnecessary distractions and disruptions from individuals who have chosen to move on to another party. Ngamafitshane ngithi indaba yamakhansila le indaba evele yaxazulwe constitution yethu ukuthi siphila kanjani labantu abacrossa iflow baye kwenye iphathi. Thina singama-constitutionalists silandela umthetho owe-constitution yethu njengoba ubhaliwe, and uyatsho uyachaza ngempela ukuthi uma ungaseli lo lunga lephathi yethu usuwadecide ukuthi ujoyine enye iphathi, silelungelo lokuthi siku-recall, and siyakwenza ke lokho, and sizokwenza kuwo wonke ama-rebel adecide ukuthi angasebenzisani lathi, ngoba wonke ukhansela lo MP ule choice yokuthi adecide ukuthi yena ufuna ulandela i-constitution ye-MDC ngendlela ebhalwe ngakhona, noma yena ukhetha ukuthi alandele afuna ukukwenza yena ezitshela ukuthi unontando kayiphikiswa. So sizokulungisa ke konke lokho.
Yeah, ngicela ukuthi ufake la ngasishona ngamawusenelisa.
nyaya dzekurekolwa kwemakansila inyaya dziri pabumbiro redu se-MDCT. Zvinhu zvagara zvichizikanwa nemunhu wese ari ofisa yemusangano wememba yemusangano akaverenga constitution yedu, kuti constitution yedu inoti iyo kana munhu adecida kuti acrosse floor aende kune imwe party, isusu tinobvumidzwa neconstitution yedu semusangano kuti munhu wacho iyoyo timurecall, because anenge asingamiriri bato redu anymore kwaanenge ari kukanzuru kana kuti kuparliament. So panapa hapana chinoshamisira, because vanhu vacho vese vemukanzuru vari mumakanzuru vese vanoziva kuti vakapinda nemusangano we-MDCT, and kana vadecida kuti havachadi zve-MDCT, then isusu tichatedzera mitemo yedu tovarecall. Ndozviripo, ndozviri kuitika.
Yes, hold on there, Mr. Moyo. Let's go to Mr. Skubuzo Mlalas. Mr. Mlalas, you are a neutral person here, and you are hearing all these views. What's your take on what each of them is saying here?
These two gentlemen, MDC, the MDC. I would say to the two gentlemen, they sound very intelligent. So, but all my technical guys, try to rediscover yourselves. It's a matter of looking to the past to inform the future, really. Mina ngombuzo one ubaba uSibanda, is a gentleman ebengiyazi kakhulu iseHuddersfield ngapha. Ngilande into akhuluma isingichaza kakhulu, but ngibona ngani ubaba uSibanda uyazingcolisa baba Sibanda. Ngoba kahle ngizwe earlier discussion ifananisa ye-MDC nebandla lezabo. Into engitshoyo ngiyisupporta ngokuthi maungakhangela kahle ibandla le-MDC at this formation, either it's a year of 99 and 2000, they're going to founding fathers. There are those guys who you don't even mention them today. You are only mentioning starting from Chamisa and Changirai. So to me, again, my question is, where are the structures? That's very corner. Naletos Kati, to the death of Changirai. So as a neutral person, everybody here is trying to cover their backs and they are playing with words. It's a product of the MDC. It's related to MDC. She is never brought into politics and PF or any other time. We should get to in. They say, in the family where commonwealth Zimbabwe, Mama often take care of as Bantini, Pinasna in Kokeli, as Kokela, as a party in Aleo, Tembe, Mama Loy. We are not being biased, but Mama Loy at Soniche, listen to me in the watch Elama, get me and the Evan in Yavo.
So far, 1 minute,
I don't know whether I will be able to put that in English, because I'm talking to high learned people here. Of which my level is too low.
No, it is not.
I don't want to putting myself in a position where I will end up misquoting myself. So, but I believe the two gentlemen do understand in the way that I just put to them. So I will expect them respectively to engage as others and not to be charged up as I've seen it earlier on. They've been so agitated, and which is not helpful to the people of Zimbabwe, I think.
Thank you very much, Marvelous.
Yeah, regaiti mboenda kuna mavasa. Veza no-PF tichidzokera panyaya yevagrobler vatakaona vachibviswa papurazi ravo. titarisa kuti pari zvino bato renyu kana kuti hurumende iri kutaura iyo kuti ichange ichipa varungu vakabviswa pamapurazi mari, hazvisi kukwikwidza here nezvamuri kutaura sebato reZANU-PF kana kuti sehurumende zviri kuitika kana zvakaitika kuruwa zvatakaona zvichiitika kuna vaGrobler izvi?
Thank you, madam. Right, mukanyatsotarisisa zvakaitika kuna vaGrobler hazvisi kuitika munyika yese tenderere. vaGrobler nemunhu wavakarwisana naye vanhu vairi vagari venyika vaita dambudziko ravo pamusoro pevhu, vakaenda kudare redzimhosva. Dare redzimhosva rikaona vaGrobler vasina kukodzera kugara panzvimbo iyoyo. Saka iyi nyaya yavo iyi kusvika pakubviswa kwavo havana kubviswa nehurumende, vabviswa nedare redzimhosva. Saka it's a judicial process. Saka hazvirambidze kuenderera mberi kwechirongwa chekuita chekubhadhara zvakagadziriswa pamapurazi. Tada tinzwise chinhu 1, hurumende haisi kudzorera ivhu kuvarungu. Hurumende haisi kubhadhara varungu vakadzingwa navakabva pamapurazi mavo. Hurumende iri kubhadhara zvakagadzirwa aya atingati madevelopments papurazi. Ndo ari kubhadhara, ndo zvakabvumirana kuti mari itsvagwe igobhadharwa. Asi hazvichareva kuti murungu ari papurazi asina mvumo yekuvapo hazvireve kuti achagarapo nekuti pane nyaya yekugadzirisana. Kana achinge abviswa, kana achifunga kuti abviswa nekuti abviswa nechisimba, anononyoresawo kune vamwe varungu vari kunyoresa kuti todawo kupiwa mari yekuripirwa kubviswa kwachaitwa pano. Asi tizive kuti hatisi kuripira kubva kwaita, asi tiri kungoripira zvaakasiya agadzirisa. Anokwanisa pamutemo mavhu, anokwanisa pamutemo kuenda kudare onokumbira kuti iye ari kuya pamunda pake apa amubhadhare mari yezvirimwa zvake, amubhadhare mari yemba yake yaakasiya avaka nezvinhu zvake nemombe dzake anoda kudzisiyapo, anokumbira kuti abhadharwe, anobvumirwa. Dare rinomupa kana achinge aenda kudare magweta ake akaita saizvozvo. Asi nyaya yavaGrobler haisi nyaya inoratidza chinangwa chehurumende, hainei nechibvumirano chakaitwa nehurumende masvondo matatu apfuura. Iyi imwewo nyaya yangu yevagari vemuZimbabwe vari kurwira minda yavo, kwangoita kungoti mumwe wacho murungu mumwe munhu mutema, asi hazvina sarudzo iri pakati, hazvina rusarura ganda, zvine mutemo hautarise ganda remunhu.
But you know, Dr. Mabaza, some people are saying this is very embarrassing, taking into account that the new dispensation is trying to woo in some investors, is trying to do all these things in order to repair the economy that is in tatters right now. So how best would this have been handled without all these signs, coming out in public?
The problem we have with people is they want the government to do unlawful things in order to please the onlookers. This is a court order which has been granted by a high court that Mr. Grobler must leave that land and surrender the ownership of land to the other part. So in other words, the government could not just come in and override the ruling of the government of the High Court. The government it does not interfere in two nationals fighting for their land through the legal process, which is the court. You see, the most disappointing thing, or rather you can see that most people, they are lacking a backbone. They just want to criticize for the sake of criticizing. 3 weeks ago, as I was saying, or last week, people were complaining bitterly that why is the government paying the white farmers? And why is it promising to give them back the land, those who can claim their land back? And now, the government is taking the land from one single white farmer, not the government actually, an individual, a Zimbabwean individual has been authorized by the court, has been given a court order to do so. People are crying again, why are you removing the white man? So you see, if you want to follow the people, that's why the country is never ruled on social media. The country is never ruled on opinions from Norway. But the reality of the matter, what has happened to Mr. Grobler, it's not amiss. There's nothing wrong with it.
Thank you.
Exactly what's supposed to be done.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Spanda, can you chip in there?
Well, look, it's very unfortunate that this is the ZANU-PF way of thinking. But anyway, I have no better expectation. I would like to inform the country that, as a matter of fact, countries are run by opinions. When the stock exchange crashes, that is simply on the basis of the opinion. But who to tell? You can't tell ZANU-PF these things. Nothing that ZANU-PF has done under Mnangagwa and in the past 40 years has ever been to grow the economy and has ever been to make Zimbabwe a better country to run. The important thing that you've got to notice is that ZANU-PF currently has no policy basis for anything it is doing. If Mnangagwa wants it, they are going to do it no matter what. If somebody else in the army wants it, they are going to do it no matter what, even if it costs Zimbabweans their lives. So that is the crisis. But let us also debunk one other truism that ZANU-PF tries to run, and it's a reality. There are no courts in Zimbabwe. The courts in Zimbabwe do not deliver the law as it should be delivered. They are consistently and constantly delivering trained judgments that seem to serve the purpose of the executive. Now, because of that, it is impossible to, on one hand, suggest that there's been a legal process here that gives authority to anybody to do anything, when we know that from time to time, the judgments we see being taken are political judgments. Look at the question of the MDC trio. Look at the question of Job Sikala. Look at the question of Kurawone, where these people are systematically and consistently and time and again put on remand for more than is required by the law, and eventually, when the politicians have served their purpose of punishing these individuals, you get the court saying, "Oh, actually, you have no question to answer." Why aren't the courts in Zimbabwe? Why would these courts be making the same mistake over and over again of being unable to verify the prima facie, to establish the prima facie case of somebody and say, based on the evidence, we think that this case will not proceed, therefore this person must go home? In all these cases, there was no case that allowed these individuals to be incarcerated for as long as they were incarcerated. As a matter of fact, we're getting to a position where we must be very clear. There is no law in this country. ZANU-PF has destroyed all law, and Zimbabweans must understand that it's time that this country establishes law. Because without law, we will not have an economy, we will not have a society.
Thank you very much. Maybe let's go to Mr. Moyo.
Gibbs timbonzwa vasibanda vachipindura neshona kuti vanoona sei zviri kuitika panyaya yemakanzura uyezve zviri kuitika kumapurazi.
Very briefly, Mr. Spanda.
Nyaya yemakanzuru ndatenda hangu. Nyaya yemakanzuru iri kuitika ndeyekuti tiri kuona kuti ZANU yava Mnangagwa yakambozviita izvi kuma 1980s kuti vaiti nokuti vanga vasingade ZAPU kuti itonge kana kuti iwane makanzuru, vaifamba mumaguta kunana Cholocho, kunana Flabusi, kunana Nkai, kunana Slovela, vakatadza kuraya kansila iyeye aibva anzi aiwakati akukubvisa nenyaya kuti kupomera mhosva yakati chiri kuti waita zvakati, vobva vamubvisa vochiisa munhu weZANU. Tiriona kuti chirongwa ichocho chakatanga kuma 1980s chadzokazve. Makansela eMDC Alliance ari kutorwa achibviswa nevanhu veZANU-PF kuitira kuti vogoisa macommissioners avo nekuda kwavo. Nguva ino vari kushandisa maikupe. Toziva kuti nguva yapera iyo kuma 1980s vaishandisa vana Nkala nevamwe vaita zvokunyepedzera. Saka chinhu chatoziva choitika, asi tinoziva kuti panguva dzatiri zvichanetsa kuti vaenderere mberi nokuti vana vemuZimbabwe nevatungamiri bato reMDC Alliance havasi kuzobvumidza kuti izvozvi zvirambe zvichingoitika nevanhu vacho vari kuziva zviri kuitika. Havasi kupota, havasi kuzovharwa maziso nezvinhu zviri pachina kudai. Vanoziva kuti maikupe vari kushanda zvikurusa navamnanga.
Thank you very much. Let's turn to Mr. Moyo. Mr. Ten Moyo, I think you are itching to say something. Go ahead, Mr. Moyo.
Yeah, definitely. This issue of Mr. Grobler is sending mixed messages throughout the international community. it shows that ZANU-PF really does not know or have a policy that they can stick to. One of the things that causes investors to flee is uncertainty. Because when there's uncertainty in the economy, when people's land can just be grabbed willy-nilly by whosoever, and there's no rule of law to correct that. I would like to understand from ZANU-PF what criteria they use to select which farm to target and for what purpose, because we know that there are other white farmers who are still there in Zimbabwe, utilizing the land that have not been touched at all, simply because they are either partners with ZANU-PF or friends with ZANU-PF. So if the idea of retaking the land is truly to redistribute the land to the masses, then I think it should be done on an equal basis. And ZANU-PF should not be using this for political gains to maintain their hegemony. Because what is happening to this family is very unfair. To start off with, I know that there are some farms, even farms of MDCT members that have been expropriated by ZANU-PF, simple on a political basis. So they don't really care whether you are black or white, as long as you are not conforming to their cohesive rule, then they will target you. And I think that this whole issue of the land reform is where the country is at now, where we see the economy continuously declining with no without any hope for any change soon. So that is very disheartening to see such things happen, especially in this day and age now, where news circulate very fast through social media. The whole world is watching this, and they are asking themselves, what kind of people are these? Where is the humanity? Why can't they come up with a policy? I'm sure that if this gentleman had been given enough time to understand why his farm has been targeted, he would have probably moved and found alternative accommodation versus what he's now faced with his property being thrown out like that.
Thank you very much. Let's swing to action again about this issue concerning the MTCT, the Harare councillors and so forth. So are you going to run most of these councils on this basis? And if so, there are fears that some councillors won't be able to do what they're supposed to do because they'll think that maybe if they don't follow MTCT, they may have problems. Very briefly, because our time is up, Mr. Moyo. So how best can this be handled?
Well, I don't understand what exactly you mean by when they don't follow what MDCT wants. MDCT is very clear. It is a constitution that stipulates the role of councillors, the role of MPs. We cannot go against our own document, our own sacrosanct document that guides the party principles, values. Those things are written in black and white. If you are an abiding member of the party, you follow the party constitution, and it is very clear. So I don't understand why people will then have fear of doing what is right when they know exactly what that entails. It is very clear what needs to be done, and they just need to follow that. They are there not to represent themselves, but to represent the people in the party. And if they fail to do that, the party has the right to recall them. I think if this continues throughout all councils in the country, if all those people decide that they're going to defy the party, then we are going to recall them. It's as simple as that.
Thank you.
And put councillors in there that will abide by the party standards.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moyo. Baba Mlaras, not to develop.
Yeah, indeed. It's very important the platform politics, I think, is like rock in the sand. So this issue Harare, how can a city like Harare be reduced to that level? Abantu abafundile Konoko esibona ama-discussions between the two gentlemen, i-MDC-T ne-MDC Alliance. Uvele ku-answer ama-questions emuntwini ofana nami ukuthi people they spend too much time concentrating entweni they don't put their opinion priorities according to the will of the people. So ama-councillors la recall it goes back to the question ukuthi ibandla le-MDC eliyilo kahle kahle elimele liyaziwe ngabantu yiliphi. Ngoba mina njengomuntu okhule esintwini esindebeleni ngapho siyaze i-MDC elethwa ubaba uThwangere naboKiphansibani. So bebe-consult abantu ukuthi kwakhe ibandla. So kwenzakalani-ke ukufa kwaThwangerayi ukuthi ba-consult abantu kwenzakalani baxabana ku-10. So mina bengithi ama-councillors lawo aphumayo I go back to the question ukuthi go and rediscover yourself on the MDC. You are just an embarrassment to yourself. To you two gentlemen, ayikho into explainayo abantu, you are just playing words and people are suffering out there. MDC, especially Enobaba Chamisa, who is meant to be an alternative. If you look at the Bible Bridge, people that are Zimbabwe, they are suffering about again. They don't even go kill us. It is not a government but Taliban's not to wound a band to the world to pila. My it is very about my platforms and you see, this understand that we don't need to be told because the ground is not live. We want to see a world city abandoned by a get a solution abandoned by Zimbabwe. Nieke into calling is ngicela kwami to money and melanitu. Umuntu ofana umama Kuphe whether uyenzeni noma umama wakho umthakathi, you don't come to a public and criticize the name of a woman is an African. So you when ngicela MDC I think has reduced that level ukuthi they come here and start attacking each other, which is not fair to us. Really.
Thank you.
Alternative.
Thank you, sir. So all what he's saying is that Mark Kuphe should not be criticized in public, and he's saying that the calling of the councillors is devastating the city of Harare. So he says these two MDC gentlemen, what they're saying is not what he wants. So now maybe let's go to Dr. Mavaza. Marvelous.
Yeah, regatinzwe kuna Mavaza kuti tichienda mberi ticharamba tichiona here vamwe vachena vachibviswa zvakare pamapurazi avo sezvatanga tiri kuona izvi.
Thank you, Mav. Ndida kuti tinyatsonzwisisa pekutanga hapana programu iripo yekunobvisa vachena mumapurazi. Vachena vakasara mumapurazi mavo zviri pamutemo vane mvumo yekugarapo havasi kubviswa. Kuri kubviswa vasina mvumo yekugarapo. Dambudziko riripo nderekuti Denmoyo na Nkulu havana kuteerera vhidhiyo yavaGlobal pavaibviswa. Vakatotaura voga vakati iko zvino mwana wangu ari kutaura napresident nemwanasikana wapresident vanozondiudza ansa. It means murungu uyu agara ane ukama napresident Mnangagwa. Haasi enemy yeZANU-PF, haasi enemy yehurumende, ane access to the president at a call's point, anongofona otaura napresident, and he said that on video. Saka vanhu vese vari mistaken kungofunga kuti this because he is white he must be an enemy of the party. ZANU-PF haina kuvenga vachena, ende vachena havasi kudzingwa. Kana mukateerera munzwe nyaya yese pairi, murungu anga ane simba rake kubva kuna president, amai vakauya nesimba ravo kubva kudare kucourt, and the court took over Negrikin authority and replaced murungu anga aripo nekuisa mai avo. But imwe nyaya huru tingoti bate mbichana yamusina kuti pamukana wekutaura inyaya yemakancelors aitwa recalled iyi. Ndada kuti tingonzwisisa kuti MDCT iri kuita zviri paconstitution yeZimbabwe section 129 subsection K of the constitution of Zimbabwe inoti iyo siti yaMP kana kuti yakansela inogona kubviswa kana kuwithdrowiwa kana munhu achinge aenda kune imwe pati isiri pati yake kana kuti pati yake isamude kana yaona zvakakodzera kumwithdrawa. Saka withdrawal iri kuitwa iyi na Madam Kupe nepati yavo hainei neZANU-PF. We don't influence their decisions. Hatina benefit from the councillors being removed or not being removed. Because kana tikaita by-elections, we can assure you kuti as it stands now, totoziva seZANU-PF kuti machances edu ekuwina maHarare kana mumatowns mashoma. Saka we are not very much interested about them. We are interested where we have got a support. Saka hatina influence over MDCT. Ipati yakazvimirira yega. And then in short, ndakungoti tingoziva kuti zviri kuitwa neMDCT vari kutedzera constitution yenyika, vari kutedzera mutemo wavo, havasi kushandiswa nepati. Zviri kuitwa neMDCA zvekungofunga kuti pese pavanongovhura muromo vanofanira kungopopotera hurumende nekutaura nenyaya naJob Sikala zvanga zviri kuita kukulu. You must understand kuti Job Sikala is there on a criminal charge, not a political charge. Vanhu vese vakavharirwa vane nyaya dziri mumatare kana vachinge vazoonekwa vasina mhosva nedare hazvirevi kuti vasungirwa mahara, zvinongoreva kuti vacheneswa nedare. So in other words, in English, in short, we are saying Mr. Grobler was a friend of the president. He actually said that in his video, that he was waiting for a call from the president. His son was calling the president's daughter, and he was going to talk to the president about that issue. So he is an acquaintance of the president. So he cannot be taken as an enemy of the state because he talks to the president. So in other words, his issue here was not political. His issue was only a legal issue between him and the ministry official who was allocated that land. So Mr. Grobler, as he said when he finished, and the president could not assist him because he could not interfere with the court order. So in short, the president followed the law. ZANU-PF has nothing to do with that removal, and we are not going to be removing any other people who are authorized to be in their family.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mabaza. Dr. Nkule Usbanda, your last word, man.
Oh, well, I think that it is important that we realize that the people of Zimbabwe are very cognizant of what's happening. They know very well that Madam Cooper is working hand in glove with Mr. Mnangagwa. We've seen them pairing together across the country. We've seen them hugging and kissing. We've seen how the decisions they're making to recall MPs and councillors are meant to benefit ZANU-PF. ZANU-PF is likely going to be appointing its own people to run the city as a commission when they're finished recalling our people. Now, that's what under the bridge. Zimbabweans know that. Zimbabweans saw this when it happened to ZANU. Zimbabweans know how ZANU-PF operates on this basis. Let me just say that, yes, it is true that ZANU-PF doesn't have any basis, any program to take over land, because ZANU-PF has no program. The only program it has is one that says we want to keep Mnangagwa running the country as long as we can, and then that things can go as bad as they can for Zimbabweans. This is why you hear Mr. Mavaza talking about the farmer having to call the family, having to call the daughter. What has Mnangagwa's daughter got to do with the runnings of the state? What has Mnangagwa's son has got to do with the runnings of the state? That's because they're playing around with us, and they are abusing the authority of the state, which Mnangagwa himself. So his children are stealing authority that he doesn't have, that he stole from the people.
Thank you,
through a coup. So it's very instructive that you can have somebody come here and talk like that in public, that people are having to beg Mr. Mnangagwa's children. They have no authority in the state.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Let's bring in Mr. Moyo. Briefly, 30 seconds. Mr. Moyo.
Yeah, it is clear that ZANU-PF is now defunct of ideas to run the country. The country is a mess, and they can't blame anyone for that. It is their corrupt tendencies that has gotten us to where we are. And I think what I would like to go back to what my brother Mlala has said about us and MTC Alliance finding each other. We have tried that in the past, my brother. We're dealing with stubborn people here who think that they know what's best and they cannot be challenged. We have tried to sit down and make them see reason and understand that there's a constitution that needs to be followed. and they refuse to abide by that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moyo. I think we are out of time. We have to leave it there. Within our guests this evening, Mr. Ten Moyo, MTCT, Dr. Nkurulile Gospanda of the MTC Alliance, Mr. Skumbuzo Mlalazi, a political activist, and Dr. Simba Mavaza of ZANU-PF. Sign off is Gibbs Jube in Maryland saying, good night, Zimbabwe.
Aiwa, totenda vese vanga vari pachirongwa chedu tosangana zvakare mangwana apa let's talk ngatikurukurei. Ini ndini Marvelous Mhlanganya huye ndiri muWashington uko ndiri kutepfenyura ndiri kumba pamusoro pedenda re-COVID-19. Would also like to inform you that this is not a live program. It's a pre-recorded program. So by the time you watch this, some of the numbers, especially of COVID-19, may have changed. Let's meet again tomorrow on Let's Talk Ngatikurukurei.